Nancy Pelosi got the gavel, and the left is already starting to unravel. That is the subject of tonight's Words. Congrats to Nancy. She got what she deserved. And what did she get? The Caracas Caucus. Caracas is the capital of Venezuela. And by the way, we're going to have a geography quiz at the end of the show, so stick around for that. Her members think Hugo Chavez had the right idea. Let's take a look at their agenda. 1. Universal health care. Price tag, $30 trillion. Math is hard when you're a socialist. 2. A Green New Deal. This is a government takeover of the entire economy. The goal? Eliminate oil and gas. Now, for someone who flies all the time, solar-powered planes, they sound a little risky to me. How do they pay for it? Freshman Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez wants to raise taxes to 70%.
Once you get to like the tippy tops, on your 10 millionth dollar, sometimes you see tax rates as high as 60 or 70%. That doesn't mean all $10 million are taxed at an extremely high rate, but it means that as you climb up this ladder, you should be contributing more.
What you are talking about, just big picture, is a radical agenda compared to the way politics is done right now.
Well, I think that it only has ever been radicals that have changed this country. Abraham Lincoln made the radical decision to sign the Emancipation Proclamation. Franklin Delano Roosevelt made the radical decision to embark on establishing programs like Social Security. That is radical.
Do you call yourself a radical?
Yeah, you know, if that's what radical means, call me a radical.
She just compared herself to Lincoln and FDR. Cocky. I like it. But you can raise taxes on every American to 70%, and you still can't pay for all of her fantasies. Number 3, they want a guaranteed wage, which I may need if I'm fired. But until then, I'll take my chances. Pelosi's people want to abolish ICE, chase families out of restaurants, and are already insulting half the country and comparing President Trump to Hitler. Here's Representative Hank Johnson of Georgia.
Donald Trump supporters are older, less educated, less prosperous, and they are dying early. Their lifespans are decreasing, and many are dying from alcoholism, drug overdoses, liver disease, or simply a broken heart caused by economic despair. Americans, particularly Black Americans, can't afford to make that same mistake about the harm that could be done by a man named Hitler or a man named Trump.
By the way, Congressman Johnson said that in a church. They also want to impeach the president. For what? I have no idea. Here's Rashida Tlaib, the new Muslim congresswoman from Michigan.
When your son looks at you and says, "Mama, look, you won," bullies don't win. And I said, "Baby, they don't, because we're going to go in there, we're going to impeach them."
She looks like a lot of fun, doesn't she? And by the way, if you impeach Trump, you get President Pence. Now imagine what kind of judges he'll name to the Supreme Court. They'll make Kavanaugh look like Ruth Bader Ginsburg. But the Democrats don't care. In their first act, Democratic Congressman Brad Sherman introduced articles of impeachment. The second thing they did, introduced a bill to repeal the Electoral College. They really can't get over 2016, can they?